Hey everybody, Lex DeVille back for another advanced Upwork proposals lesson. This one's going to be talking about scarcity and limited time offers. So scarcity and limited time offers, you'll hear these all the time in copywriting. They're pretty common in terms of tactics and techniques, influence and persuasion. These are going to be used primarily at the end of your proposal. It's usually going to be something toward the end. So it might be in a PS statement, it might be your last line. But first of all, let's talk about scarcity. So whenever I'm using scarcity in a proposal, the way it works is I let them know that I am a scarce commodity. If they want to work with me, they need to act soon because it's just I can only work with so many clients, okay? So let's put it that way. And here's the thing, I may only be working with one client. I may be working with no clients right now. But if you looked at my profile, you would probably see a whole bunch of feedback. You would see like reviews and stuff. And as a client looking at that, let's say like a client, I just had this a week or so ago. A client looked at my profile before they contacted me and they saw that I had 7 jobs open. Now that is true. I do have or did have 7 jobs open at the time. And the thing is, I wasn't working with 7 clients like all day long every day. They weren't constantly sending me stuff. Maybe 3 of those clients had like work in progress. So I wasn't necessarily working with 7, but I had 7 contracts open and they all give me work. They just give it at different times. I'm not a full-time employee. I'm a part-time employee making full-time pay from clients paying me lots of money. So when they looked at that, they saw all these jobs open and they immediately thought, this guy may not have time for me. He may not, how can he work with me? Does he even have time? They reached out and that was one of the questions they asked. They were like, I'd really like to interview you. I'd like to meet with you and see if we can work together if you have time. That's what they said. They said, if you have time. And the reason they said that is because those jobs are open. I'm a scarce commodity. And so sometimes I'll do this in my proposal. So I might mention it. I might mention that I'm working with several other clients. I might even mention a specific number if I feel it's necessary. So I'm working with 3 other clients. I just pulled in a new client and he's a really big one, but I've got room for 1 more client. If you want that to be you, go ahead and contact me and we'll meet and see if we're a match. So that's scarcity. I'm saying that I'm scarce. I am the resource. I'm doing the work. If I were outsourcing this and I was applying as myself, I still wouldn't tell them that I'm outsourcing probably. I would still use that scarcity tactic. I would say that we just picked up a new client and I've probably got room for maybe 1 more. It's going to be pushing it a little bit, but I'd like to meet with you and see if we can squeeze you in. You could say something like that in your last line, in your call to action, or in your PS statement. That's going to be scarcity. Now, limited time offers. I don't use these as much in my proposals. I would say I rarely use limited time offers, but you could give them either limited time offers or deadlines. So a deadline being, if you think that we're a match, reply by Friday, whatever the date is, reply by Friday the 17th, and we'll go ahead and schedule a call. If I don't hear from you before then, I'll assume that we weren't a fit and I'll move on. That's a deadline. Limited time offer could be, if you reply by Friday, I will give you a free sample of my work. Or if you apply in the next 3 hours, I can get this job done and get it turned back into you within another hour. So something like that could be a limited time offer. If you hire me in the next 4 days, I will give you a discount from my normal rates of $100 per page down to $50 per page. So that's a limited time offer. The thing is you're limiting them. You're going to have to give them a deadline of some sort to create a limited time offer anyway. But you can give deadlines you can just give deadlines that are, if you respond to me by this date, we might be able to work together. And if you don't respond to me by this date, no problem, we'll move on. Or you can create limited time offers and then you need a deadline. You'll get this thing if you respond to me by this deadline. So that's how those work. If you're going to do that, I would probably do a limited time offer in a PS statement. So PS, if you respond to me by tomorrow, I can go ahead and get started on your project this weekend. That could be a limited time offer. They're not getting anything big, but you're not guaranteeing it, but you're saying you'll start this weekend and get a jump on their project, okay? So that's how that works. Limited time offer, scarcity. Scarcity being you are a commodity, you are a resource, and you are scarce because other clients want to work with you. And limited time offers being something they're going to get for responding by a certain deadline. And then deadlines just being a certain date by which if they don't respond by that deadline, they don't get the thing that they would have gotten had they responded. May do a resource down below, so be sure to check out that, and I will see you in the next lesson.